Tracy's Kitchen and Appalachian Adventures. Now, I'm going to talk to you today about smoothies. Smoothies they're very good for me because they contain concentrated fruit and therefore concentrated vitamin C. Now, I am one person that needs vitamin C every day. I cannot vouch for anybody else, but I need vitamin C every day. I think that is what enables me to walk at least 3 miles a day, plus do exercises. And I also think that vitamin C will be good for children, particularly when you start running out of food in the winter months, okay? So what I usually do is I take a multiple amount of fruit and vegetables. Um, I use, apples. I usually use Granny Smith or Golden Delicious, pears, peaches, pluots, apricots. I use sweet potatoes, plantains, and I always use cucumber and celery. Okay, cucumber and celery adds fiber, but it doesn't add any taste. Okay, the spices I use are cinnamon and ginger. I try to use whole ginger if I can find it. Okay, sometimes I put peanut butter in it, and you can really taste the nutty flavor. Sometimes I put oatmeal in mine. That would make it kind of smooth. And I always put sliced almonds in mine because almonds are an appetite suppressant. So I need the appetite suppressant. You can also add cherries. To another type of smoothie, you can put cherries in cranberry juice. You can put cherries, watermelon, things like that in the cranberry juice, and you have another type of smoothie. You can also put chocolate if you want to in the smoothie. You can also add pineapple. Okay. Now you can put any one of those combinations of fruit and vegetables in the smoothie. I always put cucumber and celery because, like I said, it adds volume, it adds fiber, but it does not add taste. Okay, and I get my fiber for the day. But what you have, you cut these vegetables and fruit up into bite-sized pieces, and you have something like an assembly line. Okay, you just put, a few chunks, 2 or 3 chunks per bag. I use a quart-sized bag, and you have something like this. Okay, and I also have some cut up oranges in there. Okay, you can cut these up into small chunks. The sweet potatoes, you can use raw sweet potatoes, but what I usually do to make it easy on the blender is I boil the sweet potatoes, peel them, and then cut them up into bite-sized pieces. Uh, like I said, plantains, cucumber, bananas. Okay, cucumber and celery adds fiber, but does not add taste. I prefer whole ginger, but I will use powdered ginger, cinnamon, peanut butter if you want another protein source. Oatmeal makes it have a smooth texture. Um, Sliced almonds for appetite suppressant. Um, you can also add cherries, cranberries, and pineapple. Now, I do not add sugar to my smoothies because most of the tropical fruit already has sugar in it, so I don't need to add sugar. You can also add mangoes, cut up mango, cut up the papaya. You can add that and put that into your smoothie. Like I said, this is concentrated fruit, concentrated vitamin C, and other concentrated um, vitamins. Now, the papaya seeds are edible. For your information, they are edible. What I usually do is put those in the small baggie and put those in the freezer, and maybe I eat those later. But I don't eat them all at once, of course. They taste like peppercorns, actually. But you have something like an assembly line. You cut up all these apples, you cut up all this fruit into these bite-sized chunks. And I usually use a quart-sized baggie. You can also use a gallon-sized baggie. Okay. But what I usually do is I use about half or 1/2 cup of orange juice, and then I add enough unsweetened almond milk to make anywhere from 3 to 4 cups. anywhere from 3 to 4 cups. Okay, I usually go a little bit past at least 3 cups, okay, of almond milk, okay, and then you just put the fruit in there and blend it. Now, one of these, okay, once you blend it, the volume is going to increase from all the way up to about 5 or 6 cups. Actually, 6 cups. You're going to end up with about 6 cups, the whole volume, once you add the fruit to all of this, to the milk and the orange juice. You're going to end up with about 6 cups. And that's going to last you quite a long time. So one of these quart-sized baggies usually lasts me a day and a half. So sometimes I'll make 5 of them, which will last me 10 days, and sometimes I make 12, which will last me 24 days, or really about a month. About a month. Okay, so one bag, if I usually have an assembly line, something like an assembly line, and I'll make about 12 of these, and so that will do it for the whole month. I don't have to keep making them I don't have to keep making them and processing and cutting and all that. So I make 12 of those bags, and all of those smoothies will last me a month. Now I usually put the smoothies in these containers. These cost $1 at Dollar Tree. These are freezable. You can put these in the freezer. It takes, it takes about at least 8 hours to defrost in the refrigerator. Okay, so when you get ready to drink another one, you can just put it down the night before. Now, if you want to save some in your freezer, you can. Now, this is Sunny Delight, of course. Okay, so you can put some of the smoothie in here. Okay, and put this in the freezer. Leave a little bit of room for expansion about here, and you can use that. You can make a whole bunch of smoothies, and that way you and your children will have a smoothie for the winter time, because the price of the vegetables and the fruit might go up in the winter time. So you and your children will have that in the wintertime. And this, like I said, is concentrated fruit. What's better than fruit in the wintertime? Fresh fruit in the wintertime. Okay, what's better than that? And fresh vitamin C, because it's actually, once you freeze it, it's just as fresh as if you made it yesterday. So since this is, now, let me digress for a minute. Pineapple. Sometimes I use canned pineapple in its own juice, and sometimes I use fresh pineapple, which tastes so much better. You can actually taste the sunshine in the Costa Rican pineapples, y'all. Costa Rican pineapples. Real good. Okay, so the pineapple, the tropical fruits already provide enough sugar, so I don't think you need to sweeten it. I usually use unsweetened almond milk. I don't think you need to sweeten it, because the pineapple from the bananas, and pineapple and sweet potatoes and peaches and pears and apples and mangoes already provide a lot of sugar, so I don't think I need to add any. But uh, since it is concentrated fruit juice and stuff, you may want to just drink one of these in the morning, one of these at night, as opposed to a giant glass, drinking 3 of these in the morning and then 3 of these at night. Okay, you don't need to be gluttonous. Okay, so this is a lot. This will contain a whole lot of fruit, a whole lot of ground up fruit, a lot of fruit juice. So, like I said, some people will drink a whole glass in the morning, but actually, if you just drink one of these little small glasses in the morning, maybe one for lunch, and then maybe another one before you go to bed, that will keep you from getting up and replenish your system. That would be good too. So I do urge you to make smoothies. It does a body good, and you can freeze them for the winter. They're good for yourself and good for your kids. Have a nice day.